my name's Laura and welcome to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And what I'm talking about today in this video is vegan deterioration. And is it aging people's bodies? Is it causing people's teeth to rot out? And is it causing people to have sagging skin and jowls and things of that nature? So this is something that I've been kind of thinking about making a video about for a while, and as time goes on I see more and more about it, and I see more YouTubers and other people being accused of not really fully eating a vegan diet, or sneaking other foods, or the fact that we are really deteriorating our bodies by eating on this plant-based diet, and this raw, in my case and a lot of people's case, raw plant-based diet. So I just want to start off by talking about the calcium in the body, and a lot of things that cause people to end up having problems with calcium and not having good bones. And as we get older, and we can get easy fractures and osteoporosis and those things. So a lot of people feel that without a dairy and animal-based diet, that we can't really maintain the structures in our body and the things that help to make our teeth and our hair and our skin strong and all of these things. So I'm not really going to say that eating cheese and eating dairy and those things aren't supporting some of the calcium in the body, but what the actual problem is not the calcium in the body. Actually, I feel that people have too much calcium on the standard diets, and that calcium, along with a lot of other things in the body, just start to build up and end up causing just more problems in the body, because really it's the fact that the calcium is not being delivered to the bones and the teeth properly. And what really delivers this to the body are three things that I'm going to talk about, three vitamins that your body really needs to support. So number one is actually magnesium, which helps support the mineral density. And a lot of people don't realize that magnesium is really a very important mineral to help us to absorb the actual calcium that we're getting into our body. So like I said, it's not always that people aren't getting enough calcium and that we don't really need the animal products that everybody's talking about, but we also need to have more magnesium. And number two is K2. K2 plays a role in metabolizing the actual calcium that is binding to the body. And so K2 also needs to be taken along with D3. And these three things, I think, are more important than actually worrying about taking in so much calcium, because if you're not absorbing the calcium, it's really not helping your body anyway. So that's three things that I think are really important in order to be able to absorb the calcium. So there's also a lot of things that we can eat on a raw vegan diet that really have a lot of calcium in it. And a lot of people don't realize that the leafy greens have a lot of calcium, and lentils have a lot of calcium. And Swiss chard is something that really is a good source of calcium as far as eating leafy greens. So there's a lot of different things, and broccoli is one of the best as far as also having enough fibrous stuff that when you're chewing it, it also helps your teeth, and it also kind of helps to kind of clean the teeth, because you want to keep the teeth always have like a moisture on it and not for them to dry out. And that's one of the ways that you can kind of keep that saliva. And these are things that are really important to understand, because a lot of people are knocking this lifestyle and they really don't understand that there is a magical thing about plant foods, and there are so many things that you can do to maintain healthy skin, healthy hair, healthy teeth, and also bones. So another really important thing for the bones is exercise. And a lot of people don't get enough exercise, but you really need weight-bearing exercise. And I'm not talking about lifting thousands of pounds. I'm talking just doing things that you're putting weight on the muscle. And it's really important to have that blood flow, because if that blood does not flow to the bones end up getting weak and brittle. And that's how we end up with osteoporosis and all those things. We are not getting osteoporosis from not eating enough dairy and enough animal products. We're getting it from lack of exercise and lack of a lot of the other minerals that are not helping us to absorb the calcium and use the body with weight-bearing exercising. Things that I've been doing, like these eccentric exercises, are so important. Moving the fascia, moving the lymph, doing all of these things. All these things play an important role to getting the calcium to the blood so that it can get to the bones. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that before I got into the actual video and talking about the deterioration, because these things I feel are vitally important, that these things shouldn't be happening if you understand the science behind a raw vegan lifestyle and you understand a lot of the other things that need to be done to maintain. You can't just eat just plants. And I've seen people do this where they have started on a raw vegan lifestyle and told me that they were just starving, and I asked them what they're eating and they're just eating salads and nothing else. And yes, you need to eat plants, but you also need to have a lot of I do a lot of sprouting. I feel that sprouting is really important. I think that the omegas in the seeds are very important, and that you have to eat more chia seeds and flax seeds and different things of those nature. And I also really think that it's important that people understand why a juice fast and why cleaning the body out is so important, because there's a lot of garbage going on out there and a lot of talk about, what are these vegans talking about, and what are these biofilms? There's no such thing as biofilms. Well, there is actually a such thing as biofilms, and they are a sticky glue-like substance that builds up as a defense mechanism in the system when people have taken a lot of antibiotics in the past. There's so many things in the past that can be built up in the body that if this is not properly cleansed, you will not really succeed on the raw vegan lifestyle as easily, because of the fact that you still have a buildup of so much of this gunk in the body. And I've done some things on mucoid plaque, and mucoid plaque is another thing that builds up around these biofilms and all of these things in the body that have built up over a period of time. So that's just one thing. I mean, that's not really all of it, but it's just one thing that I feel that could be a possibility why people are having so many problems. I really don't know why their teeth are breaking off, whether they're magnesium deficient or whether they don't get enough of something. I really don't know exactly what's happening with all of these people. So it's really hard to say when you're not there watching people do it. But I have seen people fail at the raw vegan lifestyle in a lot of different things that I've seen, where they're still eating certain cooked foods and certain nuts that are, you know, they're the cooked nuts with oils and things. And if you continually put oils into your body, you're going to stay hungry all the time. And if you try to eat raw vegan food and sneak that stuff in between, you're going to be feeling like you're starving to death, because your gut bacteria doesn't have a chance to change and you're not cleaning up your body enough. But I do know that people that I have known that are raw vegans that have succeeded, and myself, who is thriving on this, and a lot of other raw vegans that I've been in contact with that are thriving on this. I know that they're not sneaking in other foods, and there's a lot of talk about they must be sneaking in some dairy, or you know, you have to have this dairy to maintain your teeth and to have strong bones and whatnot. And I know that I've not had dairy in probably close to 6 years, 5 years on completely raw vegan lifestyle, and am thriving. I did go through 2 years of a lot of really emotional, hard detox before I could get to the point that I really felt like I was beginning to thrive on this lifestyle. I don't feel that it's necessary to do cleansing so often anymore, and I do some cleanses in between, and I have had a day's water fast here and there, but I don't do all the fasting and cleansings that I was doing before. I feel now that the raw foods are helping me to maintain everything that I have done to clean out my body and to get my body to the point where I feel absolutely terrific. And as far as people talking about the skin and aging and everything, I mean, we're all going to age. I don't know why there's some people that say that because they were eating a vegan diet, they started getting the labial folds and different things like that. I've not experienced anything any different than what I have ever seen before. I mean, I did not become vegan and start seeing everything start to sag. I do exercise on a daily basis. I do facial exercises. I do body exercises on a daily basis. And I eat raw, clean, living foods on a daily basis. And I try to take in as much information and new information as I can all the time. But I don't see any deterioration. And I know that there's people out there that will say, well, just wait a couple more years. I don't have any concerns that in a couple of years my teeth are going to start breaking and deteriorating. I know that I'm growing each day along with this lifestyle and faith and spirituality, and that I am thriving and I will continue to thrive. And I hope that there's other raw vegans out there, or vegans that realize that they can survive on these foods, and to just keep plugging along and letting their body do it naturally, all of the things that nature has given us, and in these beautiful magical plants that we have that are being destroyed, and people are downing all of these beautiful live foods and how horrible they are and how they're not enough to sustain us and all of these things. And I just wanted to put some light on that negativity and give a little bit of feedback and information that I know about certain things. I also am big on sea moss, and I think you have to be careful where you get it from. I think that, you know, you have to make sure that you're getting a source that comes from one of the islands and not from places like China and things. And you do have to make sure you get a good source. But sea moss can really be good for the collagen of the nails, the skin, and the hair. Particularly, it's been known as vegan liquid collagen, and I do take a little bit of that daily, and I do feel that that is really good to help the skin. And I don't know what else to say on that. I do think that people really need to be more kind to other people, and I hope that we can all make the world a better place in the vegan community, in the raw vegan community, and all the communities, that we could all live and let live. And that's all I have to say. But I do have to defend this lifestyle because I have been thriving on it, and I feel absolutely terrific. I do not have any of the problems that people have talked about, and I feel that is definitely a way to live on this and sustain for most people. So I'm going to close with that, and I hope that you like this video, and I hope that people out there that see this video understand that I'm not trying to attack any other people out there and the vegan deterioration and all of the people that are fighting against one another on all these networks, and that I'm just trying to let people know that this lifestyle, you can maintain all of these systems of the body, and you can feel and look at your best without all of the animal products and all of the dairy products out there that also have a lot of things in them that can cause other issues. And I'm not trying to down people that are using these things, but there is a reason why some of the raw vegans or vegans have decided to not use these things. And for me, it's been a godsend to not use dairy because of the fact that the mucus just really caused my allergies to stay on a constant flare-up. And right now, I don't have any allergy issues that I deal with. Even at the worst times, I seem to be, each year, I'm doing better and better. Just to have removed the dairy out of my diet has been better for me, and can be a lot better for some other people, maybe not for others. So I'm just going to close with that, and I'm going to read this, and this is out of Psalms, and it's chapter 119, verse 105, and it says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." So I hope you all liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful, blessed day.